Good morning. Tom Beal coming to you from my halfway point of the morning walk. And I'm putting this out there for a couple reasons. One, the power of public accountability. Just by sharing this publicly to you, whether you're watching this live or stumbling across it later, makes a different level of commitment to myself and many others who use public accountability. So that's a tool that if you aren't using, I would recommend you consider using the power of public accountability. And there's a weird psychological connection between commitment and consistency. If you, let's just say I don't smoke cigarettes, but if you smoke cigarettes and you decide you want to quit smoking cigarettes, but you don't tell anybody that you're quitting smoking cigarettes, how committed are you? Very little, right? But if you were someone who smokes cigarettes and you tell your friends and family and publicly, like, I'm no longer smoking cigarettes, that's going to hold you to a different level of accountability. And why am I sharing this with a 3-day apple fast? Many of you have heard me talk about the 3-day apple fast for many years. I first stumbled across it in the Marine Corps in 1993. When we were going on field ops, I came across some books by a gentleman named Edgar Cayce. Edgar Cayce was known as the sleeping prophet. And one of the things that he would do is resolve terminal illnesses back in the early 1900s when people had to mail their letters in from all over the world. Like, here's my terminal illness. The doctor said I only have a matter of days or weeks left. And Edgar Cayce would give them, he would tap into the Akashic records and would describe to them exactly what their circumstances and exactly the path to heal them. But with the 3-day apple fast, the key was for every single healing that he recommended, it began with a 3-day apple fast, which cleansed the body of the toxins and kind of got all that stuff out so that the body would be capable of healing. So there's things with the apple fast that related to the pectin and all that helps you cleanse all the toxins out of your body. So if you do a Google search for 3-day apple fast, 3-day apple cleanse, Edgar Cayce, you'll find some stuff. If you go to YouTube and type in Tom Beal fasting, you'll find some stuff. But it's super, super powerful. And it's not just the cleansing aspect that occurs. So I'm starting today, which means I ate last night. That was the last meal I'm going to eat. Today, tomorrow, and the following day, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm going to eat nothing but apples. Whenever I'm hungry, I'm going to eat an apple. I've got some organic apples in the fridge. I'm going to eat, generally it's 3 to 6 apples a day, depending, on how I'm feeling and how hungry I am, and drinking water. So drink water and eat apples. And so I ate last night, so it's technically, I could already count that, but I didn't eat breakfast. So I eat last night. I'm going to not eat today, Monday, tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I'm not going to eat Wednesday evening. I'm going to eat Thursday morning. On Wednesday evening, you take 2 to 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil on the end of the 3rd day. And then you break the fast on the morning of the 4th day. So that's the 3-day apple fast. And if you do the math technically, since I ate last night, and tonight would be 1, Tuesday would be 2, Wednesday evening would be 3. But in essence, I go another half, so it's like a 3.5-day apple fast. So anyhow, there's power to this health-wise, but there's also power mentally, and I'll share a brief insight about that. So when I've done the apple fast dozens of times over the years since 1993, it's become much easier. And I also have learned at the end of the fast, I don't dive back into eating poorly and unhealthily. Unhealthily, is that a word? Eating unhealthy foods. I used to feel, I went 3 days eating only apples. I cleansed my body. Now I would jump into eating crap food and poisoning my body again. So I've come through that cycle. So that's something I could help you if you haven't done a 3-day apple fast yet. Go in with the intention of not just completing the 3-day apple fast, but eating healthy foods when you break the fast on the morning of day 4. Ray Trotta, what's up, brother? Friend from high school. I'm talking about the 3-day apple fast. Hopefully you enjoy it. So I'm starting it today and eating apples whenever I'm hungry, drinking water, and I'm going to break it on the morning of the 4th day, now that my body's cleansed, eating healthy foods. And Ray is a chef as well. You may enjoy this. It's a kind of cool way to reset. So anyhow, Mentally, it's also freeing. It kind of breaks you out of the matrix, because what I found doing the 3-day apple fast, that most I and many other humans eat out of convenience, eat out of procrastination, eat out of boredom, eat out of routine. We were taught breakfast, lunch, dinner, not eat to fuel our multi-billion dollar video, our multi-billion dollar body. Something popped up on the, the thing here. So transition from eating out of habit and routine to eating to fuel your multi-billion dollar vehicle. Um, and that's a shift in and of itself. But also, when I'm on the 3-day apple fast, I'll find myself, even though I'm not eating anything but apples, I'll find myself with the cupboards open or the refrigerator open, and I'm kind of in a hypnotic state because it's just habit and routine. And what it does is makes me snap out of the hypnotic state, basically like, whoa, I'm not even eating anything but apples. What am I doing here? Oh, I'm procrastinating from that thing that I need to do for work, or I'm escaping from Oh, sweet. Ray Trotta, eat apples every day for the last 2 years. Feel much healthier after all. Absolutely. Apples are apple a day keeps the doctor away. We heard that as a child. What if that's true? That's pretty darn cool. This one, eating apples only for 3 days is a great way to detoxify your body. It was shared by Edgar Cayce as the first path that people need to take in order to cleanse their body, then start the healing for those terminal illnesses. But you're going to lose some weight. But most importantly, from my perspective, is you're also going to unplug from the matrix. You're going to unplug from eating out of habit, eating out of routine, eating out of boredom, eating out of convenience, to now transitioning to eating intentionally to fuel your multi-billion dollar vehicle. And right behind me, this is Maggins Bay here in St. Thomas. There's yachts and amazing catamarans out there, and you can rent those. But picture this, like you can rent nice yachts, you can rent planes, you can rent nice homes, multi-million dollar homes around here. You can rent a lot of these. But think about this. How many dead billionaires, if they could rent your vehicle of your body, regardless of what shape it's in, if you can fog a mirror and you can think, how much would they rent it for? Because you can rent, big old yachts for hundreds of thousands of dollars a week plus expenses. You can rent amazing jets. You can rent amazing homes. How much would this vehicle rent for? The answer is all. If Steve Jobs could rent your vehicle for a day, $60 billion. Guaranteed. Why? Because it's not available. Supply and demand. If it was available, obviously it would be like Airbnb. Which house, which vehicle do I want to rent? Which yacht do I want to rent? But at this moment, it's not available. But if it were, how much would your vehicle of your body be worth to a dead billionaire? The answer is all. So put that in perspective. It's way more than the yachts, the boats, the houses. This vehicle is the most coveted and amazing vehicle in the universe. So you break out of that matrix and stop eating out of boredom and procrastination and habits and routines, or what we were told, breakfast, lunch, dinner, programmed into that. Instead of, when your vehicle doesn't need fuel, you don't go fuel it more and let the fuel spill out. You only fuel it when it's needed, right? That's eating. Eating is the fuel for this multi-billion dollar, if not trillion dollar vehicle. So it breaks you out of the matrix to eat intentionally and to eat more healthy foods to fuel your body more properly. Anyhow, go to Google and search for Edgar Cayce Apple Fast, or go to YouTube and search Tom Beal Fast, Tom Beal Fasting. I share many of my 3-day Apple Fast experiences there, but I'm starting it today. So didn't eat. I ate last night, was my last meal. I'm not going to eat today. Tomorrow, Wednesday, I'm going to eat again Thursday morning and remind myself what it is. It's a great reminder to reset, to yes, cleanse the body, yes, lose some extra pounds. Those are nice side benefits, but most importantly, mentally, to remind myself I lead a life of intention. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to eat anything. I can choose to do what I choose to do. I can eat what I choose that I want to eat to fuel my multi-billion dollar body. I can break out of the matrix. And this is the simplest way to break out of the matrix. So if you've never done it, give it a shot, do some research, test it out. It's fun. And it's a hack. I mean, and think about this. The other thing is I deal with a lot of highly successful clients. This saves hours per day. The 24 hours is the great equalizer. When you aren't searching for where am I going to eat, what am I going to eat, the food preparation, the meal cleanup, all that decision making is gone. That saves you hours, not to mention sitting on the toilet. It saves you hours per day. At least breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacking and all that other stuff, at least 3 hours per day. You're gaining 10 to 20% more time than the average human just by choosing to break out of the matrix and give this a test. And it's literally a hack that you become more productive. And a lot of people are like, don't you have low energy? You'll be surprised. You'll have more energy because this vehicle, the biggest consumption of energy for us is the digestive process. And you're eating processed, crappy, shitty foods. Most humans are. It's impossible to eat non-processed foods unless you're totally off the grid and raising all your own food and growing it all. But in the grocery store, 80 to 90% of the grocery store is poison. So your body is, most of the energy that your body uses is to process the digestive process, right? And when you stop that, you now have more energy that can be diverted to be more creative and more productive. It's really wild. So give it a shot if you feel so called. I'm going to have fun doing it again. And I felt this was an important reminder for you. And I look forward to chatting with you soon. Go to tombeal.com. I'll actually go there and create a link that will send people to some more information about the 3-day Apple fast. A lot of information over at tombeal.com, TOMBEAL.com. Chat with you soon. Make today great. Bye for now.